Hello, I'm jashykins, and welcome to another little vlog review, this time of the Extant episode, Care and Feeding. This episode we get to see a little bit more how the creature, the offspring works, by way of looking at what happened to Sparks this episode. Sparks this episode saw a hallucination of Katie, both the older, adult version and the kid version. And the offspring used these hallucinations to make Sparks take it to safety. And some people are like, but that doesn't make sense. Sparks should know this, blah, blah, blah. The thing is, it seems that by what it's done to Sparks and, how it made the one guy in the beginning of the one episode kill people, it seems that this offspring, communicates and manipulates via hallucinations by, taking a dead person that's close to their intended victim and manipulating that way, making mind control easier. Because Sparks probably wouldn't respond that well to a mysterious entity, but he will respond to his daughter. In fact, for a few episodes he's been going to the offspring to see Katie, to see his daughter. So he won't follow this entity, but he will follow his daughter, not just because it's a familiar face, but because he wants to keep his daughter. He wants to keep her no matter what, even though he's serving this thing it's a good strategy for the entity to use, the offspring to use, because it's like, hey, you do what I want or your loved one will go away, even though the loved one isn't there in the first place. And what we saw of the offspring, I don't know if it really has a full, complete form. I know, yes, we've seen it in previous episodes where we've seen a baby, but when it was feeding at the end of this episode, and we sort of turn the camera angle and you can see in front of the guy, nothing's chewing. There's nothing there. So it could possibly be this offspring, doesn't have a physical body, that was just using the baby, the fetus, as a jumping off point. So I don't know, it might be in Sparks. Although there might be some physical form, because it seems the old lady in charge of the camping ground did see something and thought it was a coyote. So who knows? Maybe this offspring can feed over a great distance and feed mentally and not actually have to touch the things, because we did not see the offspring when he was eating at the end, but we did see empty water bottles, so there's probably some physical form there. I cannot wait till we actually get to see this fucking thing. I want to see it, because when the camera turned around at the end of the episode, I was like, yes, we're finally going to see it, and then we didn't. I probably would be screaming right now, but it's like around after 2 in the morning, and my dad's there, so. On a different topic about this episode, Odin. We got to see more of Odin. And his whole deal is, of course, to kill the humanics. Kill any machinery. Because Odin's thing is that, hey, you can't really fight a war if you don't realize the stakes, and if you're just going to fight, thousands of miles away, what's the point? And he actually lost his arm because, some drone was being used by someone else. It's just like, it's not fucking fair. So his thing seems to be slowly getting into Ethan's mind. I guess he's using the opportunity of Ethan and getting close to Julie, not, just to kill the boy, but to probably further his cause. Because you see how he's opening up to Ethan, well, at least having Ethan become more accepting. We don't know, how much he's really opening up. Maybe all the stories he's telling is just to get Ethan to trust him. And one big point of Odin controlling is when he gets Ethan to light the little flame under his hand. So there's obviously some control. So what's really Odin's goal of destroying Ethan? Is he going to turn Ethan against them? Is he going to use the knowledge to destroy Ethan and then destroy other humanics and other machinery? I like this. And I think someone brought up on IMDb that maybe Ethan won't be fooled by the offspring and will be humanity's chance against that. I don't know. Can't wait to see. So my final thoughts of Extant episode Care and Feeding are, I liked it. We get to see more of the offspring doing creepy shit, and the whole thing with Molly escaping, the building, that was fun. It was like a little subplot that really didn't have use for the episode, but to show how Molly got from point A to point B. So in that case, it was useful. I have been Jashykins, owner at jashykins.blogspot.com. If you go to my blog, you can see other vlogs like this. You can also see for reviews of the first 2 books in the Giver Quartet. I am on the 3rd book in the series, so that should be done and up soon. Who knows? And if you go on the sidebar thingy, you can see where else I am on the web, and go in and say hi. And if you're viewing this on YouTube, go into the description and click on the donate your account link, and if you donate your Twitter and or Facebook accounts to my campaign, thank you very much. This is extremely useful, especially if you're watching this and you're saying, hey, Jashykins really deserves a bigger audience. There's a way to help, and until next video, goodbye. Birdie, that